So I see this as something really important that I would like to see have more attention. This Board of Education Finance Subcommittee meeting occurred December 14th, 2012, so the day of the alleged Sandy Hook tragedy. They met to discuss potential early retirement incentive program. This alone, if I just shared this, that they had a meeting that day to discuss this, is ridiculous, in my opinion. And, I would really like to hear the members explain themselves. But it gets even more interesting. I looked into the names on this list, and no names came up for the December 14th meeting on who attended, but I did find a list of names from the Finance Subcommittee from the meeting in November 19th, 2012. Discussing the same thing, Teachers Retirement Board, talking early retirement incentive plans. So in 2012, this finance subcommittee met November 19th and December 14th only. And I looked further. I looked in 2010. These are all the subcommittee meeting minutes, and they're not divided into categories. I opened all these up, and there is no finance subcommittee that met in 2010. Same for 2011, and same for 2013. So between 2010, 2011, 12, 13, they met twice. Once just under a month before the event, and once on the day of the event. And I find that really suspicious as well. So looking into McCubbin here, he was the secretary for the Board of Education in Newtown. And I'll quickly show his LinkedIn profile. I'm going to go really fast, so if you're interested in details, you're going to have to pause and check it out. Just going through, I circled this. This is something McCubbin and I have in common. Due diligence. That's what I'm doing here. And so this is a blurb about him leaving in the middle of the page here, third paragraph. It's an offer I can't refuse. He got a job offer and moved to the UK. And here's a little photo of him when he was running to be a member of the Board of Education. Little picture of him and his wife. I cut out the children. So his wife is Renee McCubbin, and on Vision Government Solutions, looky here, they actually paid for their house. So just kind of showing that the names together, so you have evidence that I'm on the right person. Renee McCubbin. She is Treasury Controller at GE Capital International out of London in the UK. And you can see circled Stephen Cody McCubbin on the side there. So she was working out of Danbury, and before that, from 2009 with General Electric. And you can pause and read if you want all the details. Here's a little blurb about McCubbin petition to tear down Sandy Hook Elementary School and build a memorial in its place. And it goes on. Another article connects to his name from June of 2013, talking about Newtown schools on lockdown after call-in threats, in which they were trying to blame on Sandy Hook researchers, these threats. But another clip that I found interesting here, in talking about Nancy Lanza was a full-time or part-time substitute teacher at the elementary school. It says here in the middle paragraph that school board member Cody McCubbin could not confirm that role when asked. I find that strange too, that he could say, I haven't heard that name or not. He just wouldn't confirm. But I have new connections here, so don't stop thinking this is all review. Peter Lanza, I'm going to show other GE connections, and I'll come back. There's new stuff that you probably haven't seen before here. Adam Lanza lived at 36 Yogananda. His immediate neighbors, Froelich and Allred, both worked for General Electric as well. And I'll quickly show that evidence. Froelich, Martin, Risk Manager, GE Capital, Charles Allred, GE Capital Markets Inc., and his connection to 31 Yogananda. I'm going to show a little bit more of the going-ons on Yogananda. So connections to the UK as well as McCubbin would be Vesey and Hockley. This seems to be a pattern here, the connected to more than one address. 35 and 42 Yogananda, Gastino Hamar connects to both those addresses. And same with Sandercox's, both connect to 40 and 42 Yogananda, as well as Trombetta's. And William Vanford connects to 21, 27, 37, and 45 Yogananda. And Trent Acosta connects to both 39 and 34 Yogananda. And just for anybody who may not know, Trent Acosta is the president of Newtown Savings Bank. He's also an advisor for the Federal Reserve out of New York, and he's on the CH Booth Library little club that they got going on, and I think there's a lot of planning that goes on at CH Booth. I'm going to do more work on CH Booth members coming up. So more connections to GE. Debbie Lydland, chair of the Board of Education there with Laudra. There's a clip of her and her husband. Her husband, Brian, works for GE Capital. And there's part of his LinkedIn profile. We have this photo. It's blurry, but this is the teacher who was allegedly shot in the foot, Debbie Craparo. Her husband, John S. Craparo, spent 10 years at GE Capital Services. We have Anna Marie Murphy, who connects to General Electric as well. This little girl who gave some supported interviews, and I say supportive because it really appears, if you watch these interviews with this little girl, that she is being controlled with what to say by her parents. And her mother, Lynn Agracia Wasik, is a sourcing analyst for General Electric. We have this little girl, Ella Seaver. Her and her mother, Amy, both gave interviews about the events. Their father, Ed Seaver, or her father, Ella's father, worked for GE Capital back in 93 to 95. So, and through Mary Fellows, I showed this a couple of videos back, we have through this address at 15 Sandhill Road connects to James Gelda, whose brother is CIO Global IT for General Electric as well. And Christopher Hatoyas also works for General Electric Company, and he connects to Mary Fellows through 164 Flint Ridge Road. And I believe Mary Fellows plays a big role in the staging of this event. So another name, Robert Nasinka, Senior Portfolio Analyst at GE Capital. He connects through this address at 4 Bishops Circle. He connects to Daniel Tarpey, who is said to be a first responder. He also claims to be a surviving family member who had children who attended Sandy Hook Elementary School. He's also a member of the Knights of Columbus. This guy here, Russell F. Strasburger Sr., I believe he's passed away now. He was a former member chair of Newtown Board of Education. And Russell Jr. works for General Electric. And I still have one more important name to get to here, but I'll quickly show GE Capital fairy godmothers that are going to come help that donation money disappear. There's 4 GE employees that came to help spend the donation money in Newtown. Another little blurb on the same thing. And from this, we can also talk about the $15 million that General Electric donated to Newtown. I didn't save that clip in here, but back to this finance subcommittee list, Bill Hart is the next name on the list. And I did look into these other members briefly, and I'll share more if I find anything more. But Bill Hart, Newtown Board of Education spokesperson speaks about Sandy Hook Elementary tragedy. This is William Hart's Google Plus profile, shows a connection to GE and Pitney Bowes. If you want to know a little bit more about Pitney Bowes, check out Professor Doom's YouTube channel. I have a lot of respect for Professor Doom. I love the way he thinks. I like the way he works. He's great. If you have not checked him out, please do. He's got some really great information on his channel. He does some great research and gets down to the bottom of things. That's about all I have for today, and I'll get more up as soon as I can. Take care.